remembers you guys um from making a really Showalter X gender neutral listener, and the title is Incoming News. It was morning, just like any other. Really, nothing was out of the ordinary except that neighbors were a whole lot more quiet nowadays. School had just gotten out for the summer, and that means kids took their sweet time sleeping in. You did too, of course. Well, you wanted to. You awoke to the sound of family dogs scratching and whining at your bedroom door, telling you she had to go and use the bathroom. With a disappointed groan, you mumbled some words under your breath, looking at the alarm clock at your side, which read 6:30 a.m. So much for sleeping in, you thought to yourself, shrugging off the grogginess you had so much of. Slipping on some slippers, you walked down the long hall and opened the front door for the dog, to which she quickly ran out to do her thing. You stood out there on the porch with a squinted eye, crossed hands, practically mimicking Mrs. Yamada and Miss Ariana, who lived 2 blocks down, as they usually got up earlier in their mornings to say good morning to the paper boy, complaining about the cold as they did so. The temperature was probably in the mid-70s, chilly, but not too much. It's feeling a little woozy from how quick still feeling a little woozy from when you quickly got up. You dragged over a lawn chair and sat on your porch. You knew your dog wouldn't run away if she was left unattended. With no supervision. For God's sake, she was probably old. You couldn't stop yourself from ever so slightly dozing off in the nice summer breeze, simply enjoying the fact that you could sleep in how long you wanted, how you didn't have to deal with people constantly asking for gum or an extra pencil. It was going to be the start of a nice and peaceful summer, right? Hearing a small ring ring sound like of a bike bell, as if alerting the neighbors, the block, that the newspaper was coming soon. You were a good 12 or so minutes in your nap before feeling something immediately wipe you out of the nice feeling of peace. The crinkle of plastic was loud and it made contact with your face. The slam was a little more than hard. Whoever threw the damn newspaper bag definitely had an arm on them. You couldn't help but wince as you quickly stumbled up, leaning on the lawn chair for some balance, blinking a little as you saw a figure quickly ran over to you. Oh shit! The voice cursed out, taking a moment to kick up pick up the bike stand before running over to you. As you regained your sight of vision more clearly, you quickly realized it was the paperboy, Billy Showalter. I don't know how to say his last name. You believed his name was for someone you didn't really talk to. He was definitely all up in your face for a good reason, actually. Actually, it was because a bump was found in the middle of your eye area. Yeah, just maybe that was the reason why. The first instinct you had once semi-processing everything was to shoot away the boy, fluttering your hands in front of your stunned face, acting as if it was a little fly that would get away from you, much to surprise. He moved just a little before slapping your hand away. Will you quit fluttering me away? Can't you see I'm trying to help? He snapped at you, shaking his head in disapproval, his mullet slightly shaking as his movement. Billy did have a bit of a knack for having a little of a mouth on him. He's what you'd call a smart mouth. Always having the right riches and so on. But of course, if the person really truly did deserve it, he was definitely biting his tongue for saying anything to you. But then, again, he himself wouldn't be the most overjoyed after getting smacked with a newspaper at full speed. His mind was slightly scrambled as you allowed him to place his hands on top of yours and pull you up, using his shoulders as a support beam. You steadied yourself. It seemed impossible to get a grip on anything as Billy entirely started to bombard you with apologies. God, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell my mom. Then she'll tell the Daily Newspaper. And I seriously cannot let Paperboy. It's fine. You quickly cut him off, glancing over to your dog and his own, who were currently getting along, having a conversation in dog language, which most likely you thought for a moment, examining the boy in front of you. He has quite the worried expression on his face. Thin brows furrowed together, biting the inside of his cheek. That's cannibalism. Sorry, that's just a fact. If you bite the inside of your cheek, it's considered cannibalism. Biting the inside of his cheek nicely, getting dejected from his paper boy job because more relevant in his mind was I the last house? What? I the last house? No, was I the last house? You repeated your question. Your house sat on the I don't know how to say that. The last house in the neighborhood.